Welcome back to Fictionary. I'm your host, Deitra, and I'm so glad that you're here and that you are you. If this is your first time joining me, Fictionary is a place for you to sit back, relax, and escape reality for a few moments. I recommend sipping on something delicious while you listen. Today's drink of choice for me is a homemade iced matcha green tea with tapioca pearls because I was feeling fancy, y'all. Also, it's Saturday and, I got a little extra time on my hands, so why not? If you guys have been joining me each week, you know that one thing I love to do is interview authors, and I'm really excited to announce that next week I will be speaking with up-and-coming author Brittany Gathing. She has completed work on her first novel, The Unseen Age of Deliverance, and she has a serialized story on Kindle Vella. She's been writing for a long time, and she really has a beautiful vision for creating worlds. So you're going to want to make sure to join me next week for the interview. But we're going to go ahead and get back to today. Before we get into our stories, I want to lead off with a new O.M.M segment. And O.M.M is short for On My Mind. And there is a lot going on in this brain of mine, guys. Last week was the first attempt and it was pretty cathartic for me. I don't know about you guys, but it was really nice to hear back from some of you that you feel the same way about public restrooms. I feel less alone knowing that you guys share my overall disgust with the public at large and their ratchet ass bathroom habits. Guys, thank you. So today, the subject that's been burning through my mind is Simone Biles. And I'm going to start out by opening with her About section on Wikipedia, because, Wikipedia is always accurate. But, they're accurate in this at least anyway. So Simone Ariane Biles is an American artistic gymnast with a combined total of 31 Olympic and world champion medals. Let me say that one more time. A combined total of 31 Olympic and world championship medals. Now, Biles is the most decorated American gymnast and is one of the greatest and most dominant gymnasts of all time. Now, guys, this is me. This is not Wikipedia, but she is 24 freaking years old. 24. And a lot of people have had a lot to say about her choice to remove herself from the team and the all-around events and the two individual events. And she did this due to some mental health concerns and a case of the twisties. So what are the twisties? I know most of us are not gymnasts, so I looked it up so that we can have a working definition that we can approach this from. So, and looking at what gymnasts describe the twisties as, it's losing control of the body mid-trick and then losing sense of where they are in the air. The sensation is not only disorienting, it's dangerous, and it can lead to serious injury. Now, for me, what the description made me think of is like when you're driving a car home from work and then suddenly you're in your driveway and you have no idea how in the world you got there, right? Who's that? Am I the only one this has happened to? Possibly. But it's pretty terrifying. And this happens to her mid-competition. Her body and her brain just stop connecting. And that's dangerous. And here's the fact of the matter, guys. A lot of people have had a lot to say, but she doesn't owe anyone anything. She's allowed to choose herself and her mental and physical health. If she doesn't put herself first, then you guys better believe no one else is going to do that. It's just like in life. When we're going through a difficult time, people will tell you that you're weak or that you need to move on. You just need to get over it. You need to toughen up, right? You need some tough love. Well, in reality, you need to make the time to deal with the issue so that you can move forward unencumbered by that issue. Now, Naomi Osaka had a similar situation where she pulled herself out of competition. I believe it was the French Open, right? Because she needed to focus on her mental health, and she got a lot of flack for it. And this is what I have to say. Simone and Naomi, I commend you for putting yourselves first. Thank you for setting an example for people to stop and take some time to reassess and allow ourselves to heal. No one else is walking in your shoes. No one else is living your experience. So guess what? No one else can tell you what's right or wrong for you. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to yourself. You need to know yourself enough to say, I need to stop here, because if I don't, I'm going to hurt myself. And you young women have done that, and kudos. Don't pay any attention to the haters, right? I'm not anybody important, but I just want to let you know that I got your back. Okay, I got your backs, little sisters. You guys call me and you just keep on kicking ass, and you hit me up if you need me to give somebody the business for you, because I'll do it. All right, I have no problem letting them know, because you guys are amazing. You are strong. You are powerful. You are doing great things, and you have the right to do it for yourself. It's not for anybody else. So good job, girls, or women, young ladies, my peeps. All right. All right, guys, I really have a lot more thoughts on this, but I'm going to leave it at this. And this is for all of us. You don't have to paste a smile on and just keep on pushing to try to make other people comfortable. You're free to deal with your issues and to make time for yourself. Because the fact of the matter is, the things that we make so important often turn out not to be that important, right? Believe this, the world will keep on turning. Your workplace is going to continue to function. They're going to continue to make money. Your school is going to still be standing, right? Whatever that is that you are like, you're sacrificing yourself, you're beating yourself up for it. Just know that you will not destroy it by making time for yourself, by making allowances for yourself. Mental health is something that we all need to be aware of, and we all need to make time for. I know for myself personally, there was a period in my life, and it's an ongoing thing, but depression was a huge part of my life. I went through a really dark period, and I had to stop and get some help. I needed to put myself first and prioritize what I was feeling, because it's so easy to say, oh, it's not that big a deal. But honestly, like when you are walking through life and you're constantly feeling that weight or that pressure or that burden, you need to learn how to deal with that and face it. And I did do that. And, what I'll say is, counseling, seeing somebody, speaking with somebody, really helped me. And it's not as if that depression is just magically gone, right? Because it still tries to poke me, but the difference is that now I know how to deal with it in healthy ways, in ways that are good for me. I know how to prioritize myself and to assess situations and to recognize my triggers. And those are all important things for all of us. If we want to be healthy people, if we want to be productive people, if we want to be people that are, light and love, and sometimes a little sour patchy like me, then we have to be able to know ourselves. And that comes from dealing with our issues and focusing on our mental health. So again, good job, girls, and you guys as well. Make some time for yourself. All right. I feel a lot better, and I hope that you do too. Hit me up with some thoughts on this segment. You can follow and message me on the Fictionary Podcast Instagram account. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want me to talk about, and also what you specifically thought about what we talked about today, mental health. Let me know how you're feeling. If there's anything that you've been going through or ways that you found to cope with and deal with mental health in your life. All right, guys, I love you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our stories for today. And as always, I'm going to be sharing 3 100-word stories. At the beginning, I will give you the genre, I'll give you the word, I'll give you the character or action, and I'll give you the title before I read the story. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Our first story today is called Double Dog Dare. The genre is religious/inspirational. The action is placing a bet, and the character is a makeup artist. Life is cruel. My grandmother, the only person who ever loved me, is dying. Tubes and wires protrude from her frail body, making her look like a creature from one of her beloved B movies. Tears slip from my eyes as I pin back her hair and professionally apply her favorite lipstick. She pats my hand, and I weep. I can't do this. I sob loudly. Softly, she speaks. You can do this, Melanie. You can make it on your own. I double dog dare ya. She rasps this out and closes her eyes with a candy apple red smile. I'll try. The end. Guys, I can't even deal with stories about grandmas. They literally get me teary-eyed, like I'm crying over here, and I wrote this, and I know that's like weird, but it's literally got me feeling extra emotional. But I hope you enjoyed. We're going to go ahead and get into our second story. All right, guys, our second story is entitled 1983. The genre is sci-fi. The action is visiting a theme park, and the word is pit. Jim, let's ride the Gravitron. She looks at me and pouts her lips prettily. I don't want to ride any rides tonight, but I can't say no to her. I feel uneasy as I take her hand and walk toward the neon lights of the newest ride at Maury's Piers. On the ride, I grip her hand as the earth begins to spin and my mind shatters. Suddenly, I am falling into an endless pit. In this moment, I see the vastness of eternity. When the ride ends, I do the only thing I can. I hold her hand. The end. Wow. I don't know if you guys have ever ridden the Gravitron. It's that one that spins you around super fast and you like stick to the wall. And in my imagination, like I've always just imagined like it's a portal into another universe or another world. So I played with that a little bit in this story. Jim got to see all of time, and at the end of it, he did the only thing he could was hold on to the one that he loves. Also, a little Easter egg for you guys is the title of the story is 1983, and I mentioned Maury's Piers, and if you do a little Google search, you'll find out why. And you know what? I'm feeling a little generous today. So if you get that answer, why I did that reference, then you can direct message me on Instagram, the Fictionary Podcast page. I'll have the link in the show notes. And if you respond to me with that answer, I might just send you a prize or give you a special shout out on the next episode. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into story 3. Our third and final story for today is titled Right Under Their Noses. The genre is spy. The action is ignoring someone. And the character is a contortionist. Improbable, stated the portly man smoking a thin cigarillo as he appears to observe the impossibly flexible woman twisting her body into complicated shapes. Improbable but not impossible, Reginald. The Americans have infiltrated our network. I just can't figure out how. A severe-looking man whispered in response, appearing equally transfixed by the woman. The sharply contrasting duo continued their discreet musings for some time, confident in the belief that they were in no danger of being overheard. If they looked, they would have noticed the signal sent by the contortionist to a cloaked woman across the room. The end. Well, Reginald, You guys, you're being a little bit rude. You're standing right in front of this woman and you think just because she's a contortionist, she doesn't have ears. Well, she hears you, and she hears you loud and clear because she's sending spy messages to some cloaked mystery woman. Dun, dun, dun. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stories for today. I know I did. And hope you take some time to think about your mental health and making time for yourself. And, if you need to speak with someone, there's no shame in that. Everyone needs someone to talk to. And honestly, having someone who's unbiased to be able to discuss what you're dealing with, not family, not friends, because, they all have emotional ties to you. So either they're going to feel responsible or they're going to feel like they need to fix you or fix the problem. And you don't need that. You just need to be able to talk through things sometimes. So I highly recommend therapy, guys. It's saved my life, and I know it has saved the lives of many people. And again, just a shout out to the young women holding it down, Simone Biles, Naomi Osaka. You guys did the damn thing. All right, guys, that's it for Fictionary today. Until next time, keep on reading.